How's it going? How was your flight? Where are you coming from? Florida. Jersey. How's everything else? Everything good so far? Not bad? Enjoying this? Okay. Do you feel more connected with me after that conversation? Because that's how we're networking at conferences like this, and it drives me up the wall. We need to dive deeper and dig deeper and find value in our conversations. Flight details, there's no value in flight details. There's no value in job titles. Dig deeper, ask bigger questions. Those questions are not flights, jobs, institutions, where you got your grad degree. Those questions are, what's your dream? What's your goal? What drives you? What do you want to accomplish while you're here? Ask those questions and see what kind of connections come out of those conversations. You're not going to be talking about flights in Jersey. Now, the reason this is important is because it's good for your health. Scientific research has shown people who are more socially connected have lower blood pressure, stronger immune systems. Those who do not have connections, higher blood pressure, risk at diabetes, at risk for cancer. So telling your story and sharing it actually makes you a healthier person, essay fit, right? So networking, to a lot of people, networking looks like a web. I don't believe it's a web. I believe it's a pyramid. Webs get in the way, and they're easily destructed. Pyramids last forever. Now, if you haven't realized already, these are called soodles from Sue Caulfield. Very talented. It was networking that made that happen. So pyramids, that's why I want to talk about how they last. Now, at the top of the pyramid, you have your inner circle. At the top of the pyramid, these are the people with the 3 Ps. You promote them like I'm doing to Sue. You protect them. You're a gladiator in suits, right? And you party with them. For those who don't know, that's Chris Cons, and I met him 4 years ago on Twitter. 9 months ago, he was one of my groomsmen in my wedding. Don't tell me social media is not real. Those connections last. It's built forever. In the middle of your pyramid, you have your connections. These are folks that you are not afraid to take offline. These are folks who you would invite to coffee, and it won't be awkward. These are folks that go from Twitter to Google Hangouts to phone calls. These are people you're taking offline. There's a connectedness there. There's a mutual respect, and there's constant exposure. You're engaging with them every week or every other week. These are folks who send you cards, right? Now you have your base. Now your base are your acquaintances. These are people who like everything on your wall post and say happy birthday and never interact with you anywhere else. They connect with you on LinkedIn, and that's it. These I like to call, they're your friends. They're your followers. They're the lurkers of your life, okay? Those are your base. Now, in this room, we have all sorts of different shapes and sizes of pyramids, and I'm here to tell you that the size of your pyramid does not matter, all right? What matters is the strength of it, the stability of it. And it takes time to build these, and it takes time to realize the value of it. I'm here to tell you how to do that, but first we're going to talk about how to go from not working to networking. So there's 3 things to do that. 3 things: easy to share, easy to remember, easy to tweet, easy to repeat. The reason there's 3 is because there's no such thing as a top 2 list unless you're in Fight Club, and there's no such thing as a top 4 list unless BuzzFeed has done something crazy in the past week, right? So 3 things to go from not working to networking. 20 seconds is a really long time, right? So the first thing, I want you to share your story. Share what it is that drives you. Share where you came from, right? But I don't want to hear your 60-second elevator speech. I think that's outdated. I'm not listening to your commercial. I want to hear your 2-sentence Family Feud introduction, something that gets me intrigued, that wants to make me ask you more about what it is that you're talking about. Listen to stories. Jonathan Gottschall from the Storytelling Animals says we as a species are so addicted to story that when our body goes to sleep, our minds stay up telling a story. If you want to get stories from people, just F them, what Kristen Rupert says. Just F them. Ask about their family, their friends, their food, their favorites, and watch those stories flow. Yeah. So, 20 seconds of courage. Now, for those who are unfamiliar where this concept comes from, it comes from the movie We Bought a Zoo from Matt Damon. He says 20 seconds of courage. And the great thing, fantastic movie. The great thing about 20 seconds of courage is because it only takes 20 seconds to take a deep breath and do something fantastic to make someone's day. And what you don't realize is how fast 20 seconds can go by. So we talked about how to go from not working to networking. Now I want to talk to you about how to build that pyramid and what it's going to take. And again, no surprise here, I have 3 things to help you out with this. 3 things that are easy to tweet, easy to remember, easy to repeat, easy to share. So when you're building the top of your pyramid, you want to start building your board of directors. These are the people who Mallory Bauer calls confidence architects. You may recognize some of the faces that Sue drew there. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But you want to build that board of directors. Now, these are the people who sit at the top of your summit, and they don't just sit there. They will get off the summit, and they help you build that pyramid. They have a vested interest in what you're doing as far as your well-being, your professional growth, and your personal growth. You have to know your own value, know what you're bringing to the table, but more than that, you need to know what the value goal is. What value do you want to bring into your network? And here's the thing, folks, value doesn't last in titles. That grad student you're sitting next to can bring more value to your network than that CSAO that's sitting across the room. You never know who's going to bring value into your network until you know what your value goal is. Finally, find your tribe. Find one, build one, make a name in it. My favorite tribe is SA Chat and EM Chat. Those are my people. I came up with them. They're the tribe. They like to learn from me. I like to learn from them. We lead each other. You have to find your tribe, make a name for it. ACPA is a big tribe. Go for the Student Involvement Commission. Different ways there. Find your tribes and get involved. Now, this takes time to do. This is not going to happen between Sunday and Wednesday. This takes years. Now, I say you start with the summit, you start with the top, and build your way down. That may seem a little unorthodox, but I say if you build the top and surround yourself with quality people, then the rest of your pyramid is going to be quality. So that takes a lot of time to identify who those people are and what you want to do. Now, I'm down to my last 40 seconds, so I want you to realize not only that you want to identify who your confidence architects are, you want to thank them, you want to figure out what your story is, you want to hear other stories, you want to connect with people. If there's anything that you learned from this talk in this last 6 minutes, and then in the next 20 seconds, what I want you to take back with you is 20 seconds of courage. Because all it takes is 20 seconds to walk across the room and introduce yourself. All it takes is 20 seconds to walk up and make someone's day. All it takes is 20 seconds to write that email and say, hey, how are you? All it takes is 20 seconds to tell someone that you love them. Robin, love you. Thank you.